We saw the Chinese Dragon was eliminated by reason of not showing. Decided to stay home.
It was dead before it even began, man. Came in here.
Yeah.
Something wrong with it. Well, it's a shame.
But Rain will advance to the round of 16, coming off of a GSL championship as well as a Home Story Cup win. The guy is on fire right now. And
he's doing really well.
I guess he just gets a little bit more rest time, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty important too. I think he might be going to DreamHack next.
I'm not sure which tournament he's going to.
DreamHack or Shenzhen, but he's going to one of them. And so he's got a busy schedule, so this is actually perfect for him. Like, he actually just gets a free trip to the next round here and takes the week off.
Exactly. So that's really, really nice for him. Again, as we said before, really bit of a shame Ming couldn't show up. Maybe he'll get invited next time when we're not in the midst of a bit of a crisis, if you will, about the outbreak of MERS. Korean fangirls, man, they're liking talking to Snoop.
Yeah, he's a handsome little devil, man.
They're not going to let him leave ever. He's like, well, you know, I am seeing a few people right now, but, I mean, I guess I could get your cacao talk.
Wow. Oh, well.
He's surrounded by them down there, man. He's stuck. He's like, I had to retreat back into the corner. They're after him.
He's doing fantastic. Yeah, man. You know, he might have lost the match, but he's going to win the war here in Korea. He's going to do well for himself over the next week.
He'll be here a few days.
He's going to be here for a week before he goes to Shenzhen.
You ever been to China?
Yeah.
All right, Life. 3-time GSL champion. They can't even fit, like, every other player we have in this list has results from, like, you know, 2014, 2013. Life has so many wins in 2015 that, like, that's all you see. You can see his results in this tournament. He ended up losing to Dream in Season 1 in that epic, epic best of 7.
Yeah.
Didn't do so well in Season 2 either.
He's been having trouble, especially against Terran, but it hasn't been the Terran of the caliber of aLive. It's been Dream, it's been the higher-ups, it's been Maru. He lost to Maru in his last Pro League match. You know, he's having these troubles there. But I find it hard to believe that aLive would come into this with an advantage. I think aLive, he hasn't really done anything in a long time.
His most recent results you can see is he lost in the round of 48 of Code A last year and made it to the round of 8 in WCS one time. That's it. You know, in Season 1, he ended up getting knocked out very early as well. Season 2, I can't even remember what he did, to be totally frank. He's got a few Pro League games under his belt. But this guy is definitely not the aLive that we saw in, like, 2012. This is not the aLive who was, you know, winning, like, IPLs and stuff.
It's been a long time since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was consistently getting top places at MLGs as well. He was considered one of the best TBT players in the world, along with, you know, Rain, Boxer, like all those players back then, really good at TBT. But the bans here, Life bans Vani, and aLive bans Deadwing. Does not want to play against him on that big map.
Interesting he doesn't want to play Deadwing. I would have thought he'd get sort of something else like Expedition Lost, a very good Zerg map. But I guess he'll stick with it. And it looks like aLive did get that first map pick. He's going to pick Coda, then Iron Fortress, and then that Cactus Valley is the last map. Live's preferring that Expedition Lost and Echo.
Yeah. He's probably pretty happy Expedition Lost not get banned here, and
probably a bit of surprise, but maybe we do see aLive has a build on this map, and we have seen some pretty gimmicky stuff happen. Puts T-Shake in the right place, it covers the ramp from the main to the natural, and from there you've got a pretty powerful push going on.
Well, already it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 1. aLive gonna have a tough time here. aLive known for weird strategies, Hellion, Marauder, Hellbat rushes, big double drops of Hellbats, all sorts of plays like that. Life known to play a bit greedy in the matchup, so see if aLive can catch him off guard, or if Life is just going to play as safe as possible, knowing that in the mid game, in the late game, he is absolutely the better player mechanically. Map is loading up right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is Coda for game number 1, and our second and final ZVT of the night. Let's jump into it right here, right now. My name is Wolf. With me is Moonglade. It's time for Life versus aLive. In the top left in blue, Life for KT.
slightly slumping, but I'm not convinced.
Still got those 3 championships.
Down here in the bottom right, aLive for SBENU. Player that has not had much success in these individual leagues or in Pro League.
Yeah, he's definitely fallen off quite a bit. He's one of these TSL legacy players, though. He's one of these original TSL players who's still around today. It was originally on TSL, then ended up moving into Fnatic for a time, and Evil Geniuses, and then it was on MVP, and now finds his home on SBENU. So he's seen a lot of teams. He's actually traveled around the world. He's gone to many overseas events. He's an IPL, I think it's IPL 4 that he won, champion. So
yeah, a long time ago.
I mean, this guy has won tournaments. He has seen the world, but at this point in time, he's definitely not what he used to be.
No, he certainly is not. He's far from it, unfortunately. He was always one of these players that has his own idea about the game as well. I wouldn't call him a gimmicky player, but he does have his builds for sure, and I'm interested to see what he's got today.
He's very technical.
Yeah, he's got some nice like 2-based sort of timings as well. We have seen recently with +1 bio and decent amount of bio coming out in the map. Trying to force something out here. Life going to hatch first. Let's see when he gets this gas. It'd be interesting to see if he went gasless to start things off. Just get some extra queens out. Go for creep spread over Zergling speed. And that might actually be the choice here.
Yeah.
Nope. Never mind.
There's a gas coming down.
A little bit later.
Yeah. Reaper on the way. Don't think aLive will make 2 Reapers because it will slow down his factory timing quite a bit. And like you said before, he's definitely the type of guy who really likes to do 2-base timings. And the later his factory is, the later those timings are going to be.
Yeah, looks like it'll just be 1.
Yeah.
Not a bad map for it. It does have that back door into the main. Can get a good scout off. Can do a little bit of harassment. Just going to Hellions from there.
Yeah, reactor coming up. The map obviously being a 2-player map. Life has seen everything, sees the CC timing, see this first Reaper and deal with it very easily. Just going to have to micro his drones for just a second here, and, well, I guess just simply his wings at this point since they come out right in time. Wait for those 2 queens to pop out. Oop, loses a lane. It's okay.
Yeah, they're kind of designed to die. Like, it's completely acceptable they die as long as the drones don't.
Yeah. Ooh. A lot of damage, actually, with a Reaper. More than I expected. He might get a 4th kill here.
Yeah, pretty decent Reaper control so far. Gets out of 4 lings. Now the queens are out there, and it's not going to find any more damage.
Oh, wow. Almost 1 more lane. Not quite. Second escape path here he can retreat from. But 4 kills on a Reaper is quite nice for aLive in the start here. No drones, but still. Forcing him to make more links instead of drones. Here comes that starport.
No 30C.
Yeah, factory not heading towards making a tech lab either.
Yeah, it's simply going to be 4 Marines deny any scouting into that reactor Hellion, and most likely going to be. Well, actually, let's see. We are actually seeing Marines being made again. We could actually see a Medivac and an Armory go down if he wants to go that sort of route.
aLive loves to do builds like this. We saw him do it against Lucira in Pro League, like in round 2, I think it was a long time ago. The last time we really saw him in a televised match that I can think of in this matchup. He likes to do Hellbat timings. He likes to do Hellbat Marauder. He likes to do Hellion Marauder. A lot of different variations of that. And he's done this since, really Wings of Liberty was very aggressive, oftentimes a 2-base player. And that was the thing to do as a Terran back then, especially versus Zerg.
Yeah, he loves his timings more than anything else.
Yeah. His macro play, not always the best, not what he's known for.
Yeah, he ain't no innovation. He wants to do his damage early on and keep that momentum going. He doesn't want the games to go too long either. And we actually might see a similar sort of style as we saw last time with innovation, just Hellions and Marines. We don't see an Armory at all on the map.
Yeah. This seems to be that way. It's a bit strange, but, a Marine drop can do a lot of damage, especially if there's no Baneling Nest. And
only just started, actually. That's a big problem.
2 wings on the map right now as well. He's not making any more. He just made 3 drones. This could do some serious damage. And he could just elevator those Hellions in right behind. Yeah. We're going to see exactly that. And Life has no vision. This could do a lot of damage. Queen's way out of position.
Yeah, 4 queens would be the perfect sort of counter to this, or at least help out a lot in defending the main, but this main is completely exposed.
He's going to lose so many harvesters here.
Oh, man.
Spore Crawlers definitely go down, which means the Banshees are going to be able to do much more once they're finished and headed across the map.
Oh, so many drones going down.
13 so far, 14.
That
kills
is
a queen.
critical damage.
And let's see what he decides to do with these Hellions. Just going to run them into the corner here to try to support with those Marines. Even the Reaper, you know, in this mix as well, doing some serious damage. The Medevac does get targeted down, so it looks like he's just going to try to target the Queens with the most energy here. But not going to get much done at this point. But the damage is done, and the Banshee follow-up is coming.
Yeah, it's certainly done at this point. That is critical damage. You cannot afford to lose that many drones. And even look at the supply at this point. Down 9 supply at this point of the game. Not even 9 minutes in, and now a click Banshee coming. He is not prepared at all for this. He lost that Spore on the main base as well. But no detection whatsoever.
He has so many Lings because he was panicking about that a little bit, but they can't do much damage on their own. They're not going to help against the Banshee. There's a tight wall at the main base with a bunker, so you can't even really like make them into Banelings and counterattack. That would be so risky and desperate.
Yeah, it really is a kind of a hopeless situation. And this click Banshee's coming in down to the Live's main base. Counterattack does nothing.
He has no Spore. It was targeted down earlier. He forgot to remake it. And that might just be game. I mean, what is he going to hope to do without Spores? He's going to lose 5 more drones. Now in the natural, he does have a Spore, but aLive can just sit here on the edge where it's safe, pick off a few drones, and go back into the main base. So much lost mining time in the main.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 8 drones down. That is way too much damage again. Third base isn't even mining for aLive at this point. He's just playing catch-up, trying to re-drone the main. And while that's all happening, third CC is finishing up. The production is up and running for aLive. Bit late on the upgrades, but I think he can afford that when he's this far ahead in economy.
Yeah. That's really the only thing he's behind in at this point. He's already starting them now. And second Banshee is going to come. Try to pick off these gas drones, it looks like. Anything he can find. The lair just starting, as mentioned, and no overseers. He's just going to ping pong between the bases. Any target he can find that's outside of range of a Spore Crawler, he's going to kill it. Just on the edge here. You know, if he takes a little bit of queen damage, that's okay as long as he doesn't hit any. He doesn't get hit by any of those Spore cannons. And already 3 kills on this Banshee.
That just keeps it going. And aLive just constantly making drones in a state of recovery. Very stressful game 1. A pretty unexpected game 1 as well for aLive, I have to say. Really impressive Banshee micro from aLive. He's fantastic at using them.
Yeah. Do a panicked Baneling Nest there, I guess, because if you press B twice really quick, you can make that to save that drone. Saves it with a Baneling Nest cancel nonetheless. Well, there's a ton of units on the way. Look at the army supply, 46 to 17, with a Bioforce of Stim and Medivacs, as well as Banshees are still alive. They could actually come participate in the fight, perhaps, if they can get out of the corner they're in. Hellbats as well, I forgot to mention, 6 of them.
Oh yeah, this is a big problem.
Tons of Marauders. Great follow-up here.
We don't currently see any Banelings on the map. The only Lings are going across the map into this Bio army. If aLive gets caught out, if he doesn't have Banelings in time, he could just simply lose the game then and there.
Yeah, he doesn't have Baneling speed yet either. I mean, it's a long way away, not even a fourth of the way done yet. Scan comes up and eliminate these tumors. Continue to push this forward. Life's Create Spread is really good. It's going to buy him some time. Will it buy enough time to get these 8 Banelings? It's going to be close. A lot of energy to transfuse on these queens. Baneling's not ready yet.
Not ready. Good split will do the job as well. They are slow beans after all.
Yeah. Even picking some units up into the Medevac to avoid that extra splash damage. Now we can just push through and win the game. GG. Moonblade aLive takes game 1.
Yeah. aLive just not ready for that Hellion Marine drop to the main base, completely undetected until it was shooting drones. And that's all it takes to lose the game.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing Banshees do a lot of damage today in these TVZs.
Oh yeah, way too much damage. And to think they're getting buffed in Legacy of the Void.
I know. I don't even want to think about it.
It's a scary thing.
Well, the idea here is, I mean, he had a Spore up, but it got killed by the drop. He didn't see that drop. That was the big issue. He lost a ton to the drop before the Banshees even came in. He lost the Spore and never remade it. If he remade that Spore, the Banshees still would have done damage, but not insane damage, not like out of control damage.
Yeah, certainly not. It did a little bit of damage, but aLive was already insanely behind when you lose 13 drones that early. to lose another 8, then constantly lose a few more every time a Banshee comes in. There's really no way you can